They are one of the most frightening creatures in the ocean. Their speed and ferocity are surpassed only by their desire to feed. Only one predator dares to challenge these monsters of the deep.
So we decided to take the wives to Montauk. The kids, I just really wanted them to get a chance to see the sharks, being weighed in and everything. And it was, thought it would have been a great experience for them. We decided to stay at the Montauk Yacht Club, which was beautiful. It had a pool, there was plenty to do for the kids, had a little playground area. And I don't think James was too happy about it.
So the hotel we were at was real, you know, fancy luxury hotel. That's not, I don't know, for me it's not the place I wanted to be. You know, my frame of mind, it's blood and guts neighborhood. When I'm there, I got to get my game face on. And it's hard for me to get my game face in a fluffy hotel like that, you know?
James got the boat to the dock. He had all kinds of chores for everybody to do. James wants to get everything done right away.
Yeah, come here, guys.
James gets off the boat right away. He's yapping. He's complaining that we didn't want to go pick up the poles. We didn't want to get the bait, fill it up the ice everything up.
We're all grown men, you know what I mean? I don't need to be yelled at and do this and do that. We're going to do it. We'll get around to it.
You know, James, he just got his captain license. If you know James, he exaggerates. He goes overboard with everything.
Add 100 of it. Yeah, you got to add 100.
And he doesn't even realize what he's doing. Like I said, James, you know, listen, on the boat, you're the captain. You know, you got the most experience you don't. But on land, we're all friends. You know, don't let the captain thing get to your head.
I don't want to get into this shit. I'm not going to get into it all the time. But I am the captain of the boat. Whoever don't like it is more than welcome not to come. It's that simple.
Everybody was getting loud, and before you knew it, they were fighting like two little kids.
The argument with me and James, the tussling, that's nothing. That'll happen that weekend, that might happen next weekend or the weekend after. Still friends, still love each other 25 years. That's the way it goes.
It was nothing we couldn't get over, so, you know, brothers take swings at each other all the time, so what are you gonna do?
The guys from Off the Hook are fishing the Star Island Shark Tournament out in Montauk. The first day of fishing was nothing but bad luck for James and his crew.
Snap!
It's the second day of the tournament, and the guys have one more chance to bring in the winning shark.
Day 2, we need to bring a shark back. We need to weigh something in. We got the kids at the dock. We want to win the tournament.
Day 1, you know, wasn't as successful as I wanted it to be, but you got to learn from the day that you've just finished, whether it's successful or not. Take something out of it with you. What we took out of that day was the water temps. Now there was no shopping around. We went right to where we knew we'd find the temperature. From day 2 was we were down a man. One of our crew members, Richie, had to go and baptize his child.
Everybody was a little bit down about it. I'm sure he didn't want to miss a day of fishing.
I'm sick. I'm sick I had to leave. Are you kidding me? I don't have this obligation. I had to take care of this. I'm there with them. I'm on the boat with them right now. They know that.
Man's got to do what a man's got to do. Family first, fishing second.
Now it's about 11 o'clock, and I head into a shark.
That was a really nice size shark. It was in the 200, 250 range, and we had to make the decision on whether to keep the shark or let him go and fish for more of a money shark.
Kind of a decent size.
Decent? At first, nobody thought that there was any size to it. I didn't think there was size to it. But it was probably the biggest one I felt that we had in 2 days.
We kill them, we're done for the day. You're only allowed to catch one shark a day. So once we would have pulled that shark in, that was the end of our day. And I think we had about 2 or 3 more hours to go before we needed to head back home. Somebody's got to grab him by his pec fin. And I think it was really kind of obvious to let him go.
We looked at it, we were trying to make a decision, and everybody was just convinced that there was no size to it. It wasn't worth weighing in. And if you don't have to kill the shark, you don't kill the shark.
I'd like to see if I can get the fucking hook out of him. Let him go. Let's see, maybe if you can get the hook out. And now see, we gotta take the weight off of him. Watch his mouth, of course. Yeah, grab his pec fin. Break his pec. Just grab him.
He's not gonna bite. I'm not worried about him biting. James. The hook's swinging around too. Cut it short.
Alright. I'm gonna take the hook out. It was just getting a little too hairy. We didn't want to stress the fish out too much, and this was getting a little too dangerous, so I figured we cut it short. The hook will melt out within a couple days or a week or something like that. Fish will be fine.
As the guys get their gear ready, this might be a good time to take a closer look at how you actually catch a shark. And what better place to do that than the James Murata Oceanographic Institute?
Welcome to the James Murata Oceanographic Institute. In these facilities, we do some high-tech training and research on catching sharks. What you're about to see is a complete simulation of sharks' behavior when fishermen like me are get this out. What we have here is a super manufactured state-of-the-art water restriction device, otherwise known as a fish tank. So what we do when we arrive to our spot is we find the lump that we were looking for, and what we'll do is check for any life down there with the depth finder. The fish usually congregate on a piece of structure at the bottom of the ocean. It could be anything from a fish wreck to just a lump of rocks or whatever. What we'd like to do is set our bearings so that within our drift, we're able to drift over this piece of structure. So, set a little bit of chum in the water, and we start our chum slick. We like to put the radio on with loud thumping music. He goes, wow, what's that? Music? Food? Okay, we got some galamon, Mr. Blue Shark. The chum eventually drops to the bottom. The further away it gets, it goes on an angle. And he can sometimes follow the chum line from like way, way out there, and he'll just keep going the path, and hopefully he runs into this thing. Oh, what the hell? Oh, shit. Set the hook down, boom, we have him on. I'm hooked. I'm screwed. Next thing we know, shark's up on the side of the boat, set a gaff in her, throw a rope tail on, and we head back home. And that's a good shark trip.